Guys, hi guys, how are you? Guys, last time we went over to the PHP. We have started the PHP introduction to PHP, and we discussed in the last video that how you write the comments in PHP, comments of the various types, like you say the comments types like single line comment, multi-line comment. Okay, we went over to last video. I hope so that video was clear to you. Today, inshallah, we will discuss that PHP variables, that what are the variables and why we need this. So first, open me that the file which we're gonna discuss. Just give me a minute. I'm opening the file and let you know that what is PHP variables and why we need to understand. So let me again switch the screen so that you can see my Word file. So that this is PHP variables. Last time we went over to the comments and comment side. We see the single line comment, multi-line comment, how we comment the HTML code. Same like the next our topic is today. Our agenda is related to PHP variables. Guys, before proceeding to this video and this lecture, if you are new to my channel, kindly do subscribe, like, and share with your friends so that more people can learn. So PHP variables. First of all, discuss what is a variable. Variables, you see, you are familiar with the variables if you familiar with the programming language. Variables is what? Variables are containers, okay, for storing information. The information you store in the programming, you always stored in the variables. Do you remember? Any type, any number which you want to store, you always use the concept of variables. Without variables, you cannot store anything. Okay, so whatever the string, whatever the number we are storing, we use the concept of the variable. So we defined variables are what? Variables are containers for storing information. The information we store, we use the variables. So guys, creating or declaring PHP variables, let's move to this one and try to understand what is this. In PHP variables, guys, we remember PHP, whenever you declare a PHP variable, you always use the dollar sign. Okay, this dollar sign means that you have defined the variable. Like if you see the example, this dollar x, I declared this x. Okay, this is a now variable x which I declared, but I use the dollar sign because I told you PHP variables you cannot declare without a dollar sign. So you need to declare the dollar as well with the variable. So whatever the variable, either it's x, y, z, any alphabet. Okay, so you declare and you assign something to it. Like I assign my name, that is Umar. You assign your name and then in last you just put the semicolon. It means that this is an indicator line has finished. So this is same like if you say the dollar y, you use the y variables and you store Shahzad in it. Same like you use the z and you store the 5 in it. We remember same like in other programming languages when you are storing the string, you must need to write this one. You must need to write this quotes. Inside the quotes, you always have to write your string. If you are storing a string in variable, okay. But if you are storing a number, then there is no need to write in quotes. Simple, you just define a variable and put that number in that variable. So guys, let's move to do this in HTML. How we do this in HTML. So I hope so, guys. Screen is visible and you can see the things very well. Let me first comment out. I'm just removing the comments, guys, so that you can see the code. Yes, guys, I have removed this successfully. I am now just a minute. I am just removing the comments as well. There are the other comments I have put. Yes, here is the comment which I am now removing. First of all, guys, we need to understand that what is this HTML and how we have written. This hashtag HTML, this is the standard notation. I told you it is a standard declaration of HTML5. In last video, we discussed these things in detail that HTML contain tags. Every tag has a starting and ending tag. Okay. If you write something, whatever you want to display, whatever you want to write, you must use the concept of tags. Okay. Every tag has starting, like we discussed. This is the starting tag, and in ending tag you write this one, this slash only. This means this is a closing tag. So this I declared some head tag. Title head means the file name. For example, you have written Qasim as your, you can say, head name. Okay. Title means that the project which you are working. If you want to give the title, you can. Styling means you can give the styles to the sheet. This I make a comment, but we'll do this in later. Okay, next we have body. I told you everything you have to write always executed in the body. So body is the main part of the HTML. In body you have to write each and everything. So guys, let's I discuss something. I have started the PHP starting syntax. I told you in last video that this is the starting and this is the ending syntax of PHP. Okay, so let's try to understand that what is this and how we do the thing. So guys, let's moving scroll. I'm scrolling down. Okay, so here we are. PHP we have started. Okay, I declared a variable. As you see, I'm also using the last video's concept, that is commenting. I use the comment. I comment this line, so that's why using single line comment, not multi-line. If you see on the top, here one, if I scroll up the screen, as you see here in this one, here in body tags, as you see body background carried blue, I use a multi-line comment because these are multiple lines. If you want to comment the multiple line, you use the multi-line comment. Okay, and if you want to comment a single line, then you can. So what I did, I declared variable. Okay, I declared a dollar. I have told you now that you always, whatever the variable you want to declare, you always use the dollar sign with it. So I declared dollar X, I declared dollar Y, and I declared a string as well. Okay, so I declared numbers as well as string. So declaring variables with string, as you can see in comment, I have written for my ease. So next thing is to want to display this one. I use, guys, I told you that echo is not, you can say, a perfect, or you can say it's not a standard that you always use echo in small or in capital. You can use a mixture. You can use a small, you can use a capitalized, or you can see the mixture. Okay. So I displayed very things. I just echo displayed the dollar X, whatever the value it will assign, it will show it to me. Same like echo. This break line means that it will show my next result in next line. That's why I use a BR, break. This BR stands for break. And this notation is used in HTML. Same like I use, I displayed Y, then I put the break, and same like in the last one. And in last, I see the result is this one, that the result, whatever the result I want, because as you know, these two are the numbers, the dollar X and the dollar Y, and I want to display, or I want to sum. So what I did, I just put in the echo statement, and I just want to say, and I just said to this one that I need dollar X plus dollar Y, I want to add. So let's move and discuss it, how it works. So I'm sharing my Chrome screen, guys. There we are again doing the same thing. Like if I put the local host, how we search that? Local host folder name, that is PHP, and as you see it automatically appears ijk.php. This is my file name. So I just press the enter, and it displays nothing. Why it displays nothing? Because I think I did not save the file. So let me save the file first. I have saved. Now let's move to that one and see what will happen. Is working? Yes, it is. It's now working. As you see, first I displayed dollar X. I put echo dollar X displayed. Then I put dollar Y displayed. Then I put in last that I need to add the dollar X plus dollar Y. And you see every result is on different page. Oh, sorry, on different line. So why this is appearing? Because I use the break statement in echo. Okay, echo, which is used to display, I use. Okay, that's why it is shown every result on different line. Okay, so this is how what you have, what we have written. So now let's move to again to the next code. This is what we discussed, and here in last I just close this tag, and that's it. Okay, now guys, let's move to the next thing, that what we have. I'm just uncommenting this one and now try to understand this one, this code. Guys, this is simple, whatever we discussed in the last one, that this is a PHP I assigned. Now, dear guys and dear audience, we are now discussing the global scope variables. Global scope, we have the three types of the variables. Globally scope, local scope, okay, and we have third one type, I'm not remembering at that time, but we remember there are three types. I'm just telling you the global one and the local one, okay. What are the global one? Global one with scope variables are such variables, okay, which you defined outside the function and you always access that variable outside the function, not inside. This is globally scope variable. Okay. Again, listen, dear audience, that global scope variables are such variables which you defined outside the function and you always access that variable outside the function. If inside the function, that variable will not be allowed. Okay. So as you see, I defined the three types of the global scope variables. I am assessing this one local scope variable. I am assessing this one global scope variable. I am assessing this one local scope variable. I am assessing, okay, I am assessing this one. I am assessing this one $u inside the function, and here my function is ended, and outside I am also assessing this one. So let's see. As the globally defined function are such functions which are defined outside the function and can be assessed outside the function. So let's save this work and let's try to understand this one. Will it work or not? I'm just saving the file, and guys, let's move to the next one, that is our file. So I'm refreshing the page. Let me, I think I have not saved the file quickly. Just a minute. Let me do this one. Okay, let me give me here HTML, and yes, I think so. Now it will work. It will work, and you see, yes, as you can see, guys, now it's working, but it is showing an error that undefined variable in $u on PHP line 11. Why? It's, as I told you, because variable u inside function, I am assessing a globally declared variable inside the function. Okay, when I assess this outside the function, it displays the result, that is 10, because I assigned the value u. Sorry, I assigned the variable u to the value 10. Okay, whenever I am assessing this inside the function, it displays an error. This one, undefined variable. Same like when I assessing this outside the function, it displays me the result. So this is a concept of the global declared function. Sorry, globally declared variable. Global declared variable are such variables which you always assess or declare outside the function. Okay, let's move to the next one, guys, or let me give you the more concept for this one. As you see, the guys, I declared this u outside, so that's why it's not assessing. I declared this outside the function. Here is my starting function. Here I start the function. I'm just assessing that variable inside the function. That's why it displaying an error. While on the other hand, when I assess this function outside the function, because here my function terminates, so outside the function I am assessing this variable, so that's why it's displaying me the result, that is of 10. Okay, so this is the guys globally declared function. Now let me just raise this code all, and let's move to the next one. I'm just doing the next one, guys. Yeah, here we are. So guys, I am again declaring, now discussing the local scope variables. What are these ones? Local scope variables are such one which are defined inside the function and assessed inside the function as well. Okay, you can also assess the local scope variables outside the function as well. Okay, so I defined, as I see, as I have started the PHP and I declared a function that is my with my work, and I assigned the now variable inside the function. Last time we assigned here, sorry, we assigned here outside the function. Now this time, as we are discussing the local scope variable, So I'm defining this variable inside the function. So once I defined and I called here, okay, I'm assessing this function inside the function. Okay, it will not generate an error. Why is not generate an error? Because it is a local scope. I defined this variable inside the function, and inside the function I am assessing this one. While on the other hand, here is my function finished. So I am also assessing this outside the function. So let's see, will it work or not? So let's move to the code, guys. Sorry, on screen. Just a minute. I'm just moving to the my screen. Hope so. Screen is visible to you. I'm just refreshing the page and just see here. Yes, as you can see, variable defined is 10. Okay, as you can see, variable you use inside because it is a local scope variable. So you defined out, so you defined inside the function, and inside you only assess this one. Outside you can see it is not working because it is a local scope variable, and local scope variable is once defined inside the function, it always assets inside the function, not outside. So L on the outside, I am not getting any result. So this is a local scope variable concept. I hope so these global and local scope variable is clear to you. Let's move to some theoretical things and try to understand. Okay. So I I have just one thing for you, just a minute. So also I want to discuss that one with you. Just a minute, guys. Let me. Yes, I think that's enough. We are now moving to some theoretical things and try to understand, I think, what is this. So here we are, guys. We discuss some rules for PHP. We keep in mind for declaring variables. A variable name must start with a letter or underscore, like other languages. Okay, like other languages, you are not you cannot give sorry, like in other languages, a variable name must start with a letter or underscore, same like in PHP. A variable names cannot start with a number. Okay, variables contain alphanumeric, whatever. Okay, variable names are case sensitive. $age and $age are two different variables. Okay, this is the only difference. PHP is loosely typed language. What does it mean? It means that whenever you are defining a variable, okay, it automatically takes the data type. Okay, like for example, you have written 5. PHP automatically takes this data type as int. While on the other hand, you have written Umar or whatever the thing, automatically PHP takes the data type for this one is string. Okay, but we remember PHP automatically associates a data type depending on its value since the data types are not set. But in the later model, that is in PHP 7, if you have not defined the data type, okay, it will give an error. Okay, okay, in the PHP 7, when you are not defining the data type, it will give you an error. Okay, so this is the difference. This is the old level. That's why it's not giving an error. But in PHP, in later PHP 7, it will give you the error. So this is what we have discussed. Now I think we have one left, that is now moving to that one. Also PHP scope variables. Yes, the third one variables I remember, that is called static. So we'll discuss in next videos. Global scope are such which declared outside the function and can be accessed only outside the function, and the local are such which can be within function, not outside. Okay, this is a mistake. Local scope variables once defined out inside the function, it always be assessed inside the function. So guys, this is the videos which we discussed today. We discussed and we went over to that how you write PHP code, okay, in HTML, and how you define the variables, what are the variables and what are the importance of the variables. Okay guys, hope so you will like my code. Guys, these things are very simple and understandable. If you just give half an hour to this code, hope so you will get the concept of the global and the locally scoped variables. These are very easy. Just keep in mind that the variable, if you define outside, you always assess outside. Once the variable you define inside, you always assess that variable inside. That's nothing. So inshallah, guys, in next video we will discuss some more functions and other statements as well in the next video. Guys, if you like my video, kindly do subscribe, share with your friends. Thank you.